So it's been a while since I've done this. I've been spending the last 3 weeks in Cleveland for work, which is unfortunate because number one, I missed a bunch of premieres, particularly in October. But even worse, I spent three weeks in Cleveland. For those who live there, I apologize, but I hate that city. And with that, I welcome you to another episode of The Road Mentor. My goal, as always, is to enhance your movie watching experience. So here I am back again doing what I'd like to do best, and that's feed my need to go to the movies and talk about it afterwards. And after a little hiatus, I'm back here to review Daddy's Home 2, an early screening down here. A great event set up by Paramount. A lot of food and drinks, and Mark Wahlberg gave a little intro before the movie started. That was all very cool. But I don't get fooled by that. Sometimes, based on my experiences, when most movies butter you up like that, the movie ends up not being that good. And I gotta say, I was kind of right about that. Now, of course, Daddy's Home was a success a couple of years back, so not surprised I came out with another one. Of course, we had the returning stars, Will Ferrell, who I liked early on in his career, but it's been 16, 17 years of the same shtick that he always kind of does, a bumbling fool and physical comedy. I wish he evolved from that a little bit more than what he normally does. It is what it is, and a lot of people like Will Ferrell, and that's fine. Mark Wahlberg, of course, also returns, who I do like, particularly in comedic roles. They do very well, and they had pretty good chemistry in the first movie. Now, I wasn't a big fan of the first one, to be honest with you. It was just okay, some mild laughs here and there. I wasn't a big fan, so I wasn't really expecting much out of this one, and like I figured, it was pretty much more of the same. Now here we have Wahlberg and Ferrell's character. Of course, now they're coexisting as co-dads, trying to raise a family and all that, but it's causing a strain on the kids, particularly and for the holidays. This is, for all intents and purposes, a Christmas movie. So they decided to come with a plan to try to bring the whole family together, and they have to go bounce from one house to another in the same day. So they had an idea of celebrating Christmas in the same household, of course, with an extra wrinkle because as it turns out, Will Ferrell's father and Wahlberg's father both coming into town to join the festivities, of course. And I thought this was actually the best part about the movie, because we have John Lithgow playing Will Ferrell's dad, we got Mel Gibson playing Mark Wahlberg's father, which I thought was perfect, genius casting, and they were actually the best parts about this movie. So you have Lithgow, of course, playing the father, who's more like Will Ferrell, much like Will Ferrell is. He's very hokey-dokey, very emotional. He's connected with his feelings and all that. And you have Mel Gibson, is more hardened, of course, misogynistic. He's got the machismo thing going on, which is what we expect that we see Mark Wahlberg's father. And they were great. There was a great addition to the movie, and without them, this movie really would have stunk it up. Obviously. Again, this is a movie where if you're a big fan of the first Daddy's Home, you'll probably end up liking this one, but this kind of falls flat. It was nice, it was decent, some sweet moments. And don't get me wrong, I did laugh here and there. There are some funny moments, but a lot of stuff with Ferrell is just physical comedy, which just doesn't do it for me anymore. And it's so calculated, you know exactly what's going to happen and when, unfortunately. The story is okay, sweet at times, as this family is trying to all kind of coexist, and a lot of things are going on, of course. And ultimately it does end kind of okay, but it just falls flat on the laughs. There's just not enough of them really for me to say, yeah, I gotta go watch this movie. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's okay. It's just mediocre. I just don't care about it, honestly. For those who did enjoy the first one, yeah, I guess you're probably gonna enjoy this one. Other than that, again, the script is pretty weak. The last sporadic at best. I'd probably recommend you guys, I wouldn't recommend you guys going to the theater and watch this. Catch this at home. That's as much as what I can actually say about it, to be perfectly honest with you. But at the end of the day, look, Daddy's Home 2, you guys are going to check it out. If you do, let me know. Comment as always. Don't forget to check out myself, my two co-hosts, the Man Beast and Chewy, as we dive into movies and the world of TV, and of course in the Real Mentors podcast. And of course, as always, if you haven't done so already, subscribe below and feed money to go to the movies and talk about it afterwards. See you guys next time.